Good morning students, this is Joy Varghese from Uncovering Chemistry. Today in video 3, that is of our chapter unit 8 D block elements, we are going to discuss about what we call it as, you can see the general properties of transition elements, that is D block, what we call, right? It is given on textbook page number 219. Now in that there are certain topics which are being cancelled in your syllabus. So the one which are there that we are going to discuss, in that the first one in general properties is what? Variation in atomic and ionic size and what we call it as ionic size of transition metal. Now when we talk about the variation, we can see here, you can write down in form of a point, say, that is the atomic and ionic radii. Now when we say the atomic and ionic radii of transition elements are smaller than S block elements and bigger than P block elements, right? Now why this trend what we see here? Because when we go from left to right in a periodic table, we know what will happen in this case. The atomic number increases. Now atomic number increases means here shell, suppose n is equal to 2, so what I will do, this is the first what we call element of what we call in a period, what we call. Now when we go from what we call it as left to right, you will see as the atomic number increases, the nuclear charge, that is proton, increases. So proton, and between proton and electron there is an attraction. So when you go from left to right, what you will see, there will be a decrease in size, what we call it as, of, that is atomic radii, what we say, because more attraction will be there, the atomic radius will keep on shrinking. Understood? So S block element, where is our D block? S block is here, D block is here, and P block, what we call, is here. P block, D block and S block. So when we go from left to right, S block elements are atomic size are bigger than compared to D block, and D block elements are bigger than compared to P block, because when we go from left to right, atomic radius keeps on decreasing. So this is one point what I wanted to discuss. Then there is certain thing what you see in that is among the elements of the particular transition element, as the atomic number, you can write down as the atomic number increases, right? So in our transition element I am talking about okay. Now as the atomic number, what we say, increases, the atomic radii first decrease till the middle. The atomic radii first decrease. Because if you see from left to right, first decrease, that is till the middle, till what we call it as the middle of that series, what we call first transition series, and you will see it becomes almost constant. After what we call it as decreasing, it becomes almost, I put a comma here, almost constant, right? And then what happens? It increases, and it increases towards the end of the period. Increases towards the end of the period. Clear? End of the period. Now this you can see in the graph given in your textbook, what we say. Clear? Means first is increasing, and then it first what we call decreases, then it becomes constant, and then increases, what we say. That you can see in the graph what is given. Now for example, you can see that is atomic radii. Atomic radii, that is example, atomic radii radii. Now if you see in your text, it is given there, that is atomic radii. You can see the graph what is given. The atomic radii of first transition decrease from scandium to chromium, like this what you see. Understood? Then what happens? Remain almost constant. Remains almost constant till Cu. What you see? You can read that, no? Till Cu. Okay? Remain constant till Cu and then increase towards the end. And then increase towards the end. Clear? Now this you can see in the textbook. You can see the green color dots are given. You look here in this textbook. You can see here. Now this is your first transition series graph or the curve what is given. Right? It starts from scandium. What we say? Scandium till chromium. What is say? It is decreasing. Then it becomes constant till Cu, and the last one at zinc it increases atomic radii. Now what is the reason for this that we are going to discuss? Okay. Now the reason for that, I will just rub this. You can write down these points for your reference. What we say? What is the reason? Okay, that I will write now. The next, you can write down this point. Variation in atomic and ionic radii. Okay. Now you can pause the video and write down these points. Now the reason, why you can see means first what happened? Reason what we see, what is the reason for? That is first is decreases, remain constant and then increases at the end. The reason for this is the decrease in size. The decrease in size in the beginning is attributed to the increase in nuclear charge. What is the word? The decrease in size is the decrease in size in the beginning. Is due to attribute to you. It's a little bit difficult word for it. Due to the increase in nuclear charge. Now when we talk about nuclear charge means in the nucleus. Nucleus. In nucleus what is there? Proton is there because atomic number is equal to number of protons what is there. So there is increasing due to increase in nuclear charge. However, the increase in nuclear charge, what it will do when there is an increase in nuclear charge. Now when we say nuclear charge means here you can see like this the shell means this is the proton and here is the electron. When the charge increases, nuclear charge, what will happen? The electron also increase and there will be an attraction between these two, that is proton and electron. But this attraction is what we call nullified or cancelled by the penultimate shell electron. Means what? The second shell electron. What is the word what I am talking about? The second shell electron. What they will do? They will decrease the attraction. Clear? Now decreasing the attraction by screening effect. What is the word? Screening or shielding effect. Understood? Now what is the meaning of that? See, what will happen in this case? See, now this is the last shell. This one, by my right hand, you can see it's the last shell and this is the second last shell. So what this second last shell will do? Second last shell, suppose you can watch this ball pen here. Right? This is the nucleus and this is what we call second last shell and this is our last shell. So between the nucleus and this electron, the attraction is decreased because shielding is done by this electron. Understood? Means the second last electron will shield the what we call means attraction, shielding or screening. Shielding, you know, no? To protect, what we call, we use a shield like this. If you see in what we call films and all, while fighting they use a shield to stop the attack or defend, what we say. So same thing happens here. The second electron will shield this electron and proton. So what will happen? The attraction between them decreases, and due to decrease in attraction, there is a increase in size. Okay, at the end. So this is the reason what we call. So what it is, you can see here. The increased nuclear charge is partly. I will just write this part understood, no? Shielding and screening. Okay, the increase in nuclear charge is partly cancelled by, means a part of it is cancelled by what we call it as, I explain you now only, by the increased screening effect of the electron, by increased screening effect of the electron in d orbital. Understood? Electron in what we call it as d orbital of penultimate shell. Now what is penultimate shell? The second last shell. Clear? So this part I think I already explained in video number 2, if you remember. So these d orbitals, what I call electrons, will shield the outermost electron and the shield between what I call outermost electron and the nucleus. So what will happen? The attraction decreases, and then you can see there is a increase. So when the increased nuclear charge and increased shielding effect balance each other, you will see atomic constant. Now pay attention. When strong shielding is there, now what will happen? Attraction decreases, the atomic size increases at the end. That is the zinc what I explained. Why it remain constant? When there is a balance between what we call it as the increase, that is the nuclear charge, and the screening effect. When there is a balance, means here. This is what I showed here. This is the second last shell. Second last shell means which shell? Penultimate shell. Penultimate shell. Clear? So when there is, you see here, the second last shell electron and proton, and here also again electron. So this second last shell will form a shield. So when this shield is strong, what will happen? Less attraction, the atomic size increases. When there is a balance between the screening effect or shielding effect and the nuclear charge, when it becomes what? Balance. Shielding and nuclear charge balance, it remains what? It remains constant. That is what here what we say here. From Mn to till SEU, that atomic radii is constant. Understood? That you can see in this table also, table 8.2. Understood? So this is the reason. So when it is balanced, atomic radii remain constant. When maximum screening is there, atomic radii increases, what we say. Okay. So what is written there? To rub it again. Okay. Effect of electron in the d orbital of penultimate shell. Okay. When the increased nuclear charge, when the increased nuclear charge, when the increased nuclear charge and increased screening effect balance each other, and increased screening effect balance each other. Okay? I think you can watch that. Balance each other. Okay, able to do. Okay, balance each other. What we say, the atomic radii becomes almost constant. Understood? Now, increase in atomic radii towards the end may be attributed to the electron repulsion. Means the second last, what we say, no? Second last, like this. Suppose this is the second last. Clear? Now second last, that is penultimate cell or whatever electrons we say. Now when it is paired like this, what we say, so there can be an increase in size due to what we call it as maximum attraction is what we call decrease, and due to that strong shielding and all, you will see there will be a repulsion also will be created in between the electrons. That is, we have seen the electrons are filled with the opposite spin, so there also between two electrons, what we call it as, means in both shells, different shell, there what will happen, repulsion will be there. Now due to repulsion, what will happen, the atomic size, what we call it as, increases. Understood? So this was all about what we call it as increase or decrease in size. Okay, now okay, pairing of electron in d orbital occur at the after d5 and the repulsion. Okay, that all I have already discussed. Okay, now the next part what we are going to discuss in your textbook, what it is given regarding what we call it as lanthanoid contraction. For that I need to rub this part, just a minute. Okay. Now when we talk about atomic radii, you must have seen that the atomic radius, first of all, what decreases, what we say, because nuclear charge increases and there will be an attraction between what we call it as proton and the last valence shell electron. Then it becomes constant. When it becomes constant, when there is a balance between screening effect and what we call it as nuclear charge, a balance is attributed constant. Okay, and then when the attraction, means when screening effect is strong, attraction will decrease but repulsion will increase, the atomic size increases. Now this same trend is seen in ionic radii also. Okay, so this one you can remember. Now when we see in this table, you can see the graph here. If you see the second transition series, that is blue color and red color or orange color, whatever you say. Okay, so that is the third transition series. Their atomic radii are similar, what we say. They are nearly same, what we call, because it is measured in what we call it as picometer, what is given there. Understood? So they are nearly same. Now what is the reason, what we say? So you can see the atomic radii of the second and the third transition series are greater as compared to the first transition series. See, look here. Atomic radii of second and third transition series are greater compared to first transition series. Clear? Now you will see atomic of second and third, because second and third is below first and first period. So when you go down, what will happen? The atomic number increases, so atomic size keeps on increases. But in your book it is written there, that is, however, the elements of second and third series transition series belonging to a particular group have, what is the word? Second and third transition series have what we call it as the atomic radii almost equal. Radii almost equal. Now what is the reason for this? So they have explained here that reason, you can see. Now this phenomenon means the reason for this is this phenomenon is due to the word is given. A new word is there, you can underline that word. Due to the phenomenon, what we call it as intervention of the 4f orbital. What is the word? Intervention of the 4f orbital, which must be filled before, which must be filled before. Now this is very important word, 4f orbital, what is given there, you can see there, which must be filled before the 5D series of element begins. Before the 5D series of elements which begins. Now for this, to understand this part, you have to see our Aufbau principle. Okay, so if you see the order, that is lower energy level are filled first and then we go to higher energy. See, 1s first must be filled, then 2s, then 2p, 3s, 3p, 4s, 3d, 4p, 5s. 4d, 5p, 6s, and then comes 4f. After 4f, it should be filled in 5d, but we have seen that the first electrons are filled in 5d instead of what 4f. So that is this phenomenon, this same radii is due to the intervention of this, that is 4f orbital, which must be filled before the 5d. Okay, so this type, what happens now, because 5d orbitals are filled before 4f, there is a contraction in this, that is higher series what we call, and that contraction we call it as lengthenoid contraction, because this you maximum see in the third and fourth, what we say, third series. Okay, so third series, its lengthenum starts, what we say, La was the element, what we say. So here you can write down one note, what we say. Now what is this? That is the filling of 4. I will just write this part. I will write here, you can see. The filling of what we call it as 4f orbital. The filling of 4f before 5d. What is the word? The filling of 4f before 5d orbital results in what we call it as results in a regular decrease in what we call it as regular decrease in atomic radii called lengthenoid contraction. Clear? So what is lengthenoid contraction? If a question is asked, it is what? The filling of 4f orbital before 5d, because when we write the configuration, we start 5d first we write it. So if the filling is done in 4f, what will happen? 4f means the outermost electron, okay, and that what it will do? It will shield the upper, that is 5d electrons and the nuclear, proton and all, the shielding or screening effect is there. So due to that, what happens? This lengthenoid contraction will be there. Lengthenoid contraction will be there, you can see, because of filling of this. Which compensate for the expected increase in atomic size on moving down the group with the increase in atomic number. Now for that they have explained it. You can see one example is given, that is atomic radii of zirconium. The atomic radii of zirconium, atomic radii of zirconium, I think it is given there. You can see it is 160 picometer. 160 picometer, and that of HF, HF, what we say, hafnium, it is 159 picometer. Okay, so you will see there is a general decrease. Now when you see zirconium, now where is zirconium? You can see in the periodic table here, the zirconium you can see is here. Okay, zirconium is here, and below zirconium there is hafnium, what we call it as. Okay, so there is a general what? Decrease. Actually there should be an increase in atomic size, because when we go down the group, atomic size increases, but here you see decrease, and that decrease is due to this lengthenoid contraction. Why? Because the filling of 4f before 5d orbital result in decrease in atomic radii. That's why that's what we call it as lengthenoid contraction. Okay, and the best example is this. Zirconium is where? In the third series. What we call it as? Here zirconium, you can see Zr is in the second series. Second series zirconium is there, and the third series, that is down the group, hafnium is there. So actually this atomic size should increase, but it is what? Decreasing, and zirconium is what? It is due to which effect? What is it due to? Lengthenoid, because 4f is be filled first before 5d orbital. So this is the reason, because when we see in the nucleus, when we see this nucleus like this, 4f will be here, if n is equal to 4, and 5d when we say, that is n is equal to 5 is the outermost electron. So the first electron must be filled here, but instead of that the electron is filled in the inner orbital, what we call. So what will happen due to this? There will be a shielding or a screening will be there, and due to that what we call this will decrease, what we say. Understood? So it will contract because more cooling will be there between this compared to the last one what we say. Understood? So this is that contraction from inner itself. So outer side also will shrink like this, and that we call it as lengthenoid contraction. So this was all about what I call it as increase or decrease in atomic size. In our next video, we will be discussing about the next general property, that is ionization enthalpy. Okay, we will stop here. Thank you very much.